Good evening. I am Mahesh Bhagwat and welcome to my program Anyone Can Trade. This program will teach how simple tools like moving averages and trend lines can allow us to understand market action. This program teaches how these simple tools work very well in understanding Nifty and Bank Nifty. Finally, it teaches how to pick stocks and get them on your watch list. So this is Nifty. And what you see today, which is different from all the other days, is that there are two more lines that you can see. These are these pink colored lines that are here. They are basically 89 period moving average lines of the high and the low. If you have not, I had talked about it in my moving average explained series, which I had put up last week. If you have not seen it, then you should see it. And I had said that I had used this extensively in my past when I was working with HDFC Bank and ICICI Securities to trade successfully in the markets. And so I thought now that I've talked about it, let me put it on my daily show. And what you see here is Nifty has already gone up. It's in a buy mode, definitely, and it's above the 50-day moving average, above the 89 period moving average of high and lows. What, however, our surf the tide trading system has done is it has gone short. So I have been talking about my trading system, and this has gone short on Friday at around 11,190 levels. Today market has traded below that, but it has not broken Friday's low, and it is now closed quite above the 11,190 levels that our system went short at. So our system is actually making a slight loss on a mark to market basis. It is still short, so there is still hope for my short trade. The reason for the hope is obviously two things which I talked about. This is the negative divergence in RSI that we see, the lower top in RSI versus a higher top on Nifty. That is one reason. Second is I had talked about this very long-term trend line. I had talked about this on Friday. This is a very long-term trend line which supported the Nifty in the 2019 rise, and this has now acted as a resistance during this period. So given the fact that we saw a big fall on Friday and the fact that today has not yet gone above Friday's highs, we still remain slightly negative. The bias in Nifty is slightly negative. So Bank Nifty is in a very interesting situation. It is clearly below this trend line. It is slightly above the 50 period moving average, but below the 89 period low. So now 2 out of 3 are tending to say that Bank Nifty could head lower. So if this low is broken, then almost definitely that confirms the move down. If that doesn't happen and it again consolidates, then we'll have to revisit Bank Nifty and take a call on where it is headed. I had talked about Asian Paints in the past, and I brought it up here again just to show that this was the point at which we talked about it. It went up and it broke above this long-term trend line, and then after doing that, it retested the trend line and has moved back up. So this is the kind of retesting and going back up we expect to see when a trend line is broken, and then if this highs are taken out, then the momentum on Asian Paint should actually start picking up. So why is Bajaj FinServ today in my program? And this is because of this interesting situation. Even here, Bajaj FinServ had entered into this 89 period band, and I had not talked about it at that time. I didn't talk about it even when it came here. But today, why I'm talking about it is that the 50 period moving average, 50-day moving average has also come into this band. So now Bajaj FinServ seems to have support of two or three things, which is one is the 89 period band, then this 50-day moving average that has come up until this level. So if Bajaj FinServ is able to cross these last 2 days highs in the next couple of days, then maybe the uptrend that Bajaj FinServ has seen from the bottom might resume. So this is at an interesting inflection point. So Bajaj FinServ finds a place in our watch list. So why is LIC Housing Finance then finding a place in my watch list today? And again, that's for the same reason. If you see, this is the 89-day high and low moving average, and this is the 50-day moving average. And LIC Housing Finance has repeatedly hit that 89-day moving average and come down, but it was still above the 50-day moving average. But this is the first time you see a confluence of factors happening. The 89-day moving average still acting as a resistance. The 50-day moving average is also now acting as a resistance. So if Friday's lows is taken out in LIC Finance, LIC Housing Finance, then there could be a situation where the trend resumes to the downside. So that is why it is on our watch list. You need to put stocks in a watch list which are at such levels where a move can happen. MGL finds its place for exactly the same reasons. Look at it now, even the 50-day moving average is acting as a resistance. Earlier the 50-day moving average was acting as a support. So now that it has gone below the 89-day low and also is below the 50-day moving average, it gives me a chance to say that maybe now if these lows are broken, then MGL is going to head lower. So finally, the last stock that I'm talking about is RBL. I have already talked about it in the past, then it has seen this big jump up, etc., etc. And now what we are seeing is a very interesting thing. The 50-day moving average is obviously supporting this stock, and now even this stock has again actually gone up beyond the 89-day high. And not only that, it has also gone beyond the trend line which had been resisting this rally. So now it is at a very, very interesting juncture. Looks like the trend is up. If these highs are taken out, then we could see a pretty significant jump in RBL. What we have done for you is to highlight stocks of interest, stocks which are at such levels that a trade can be taken with very low risk to reward ratio. If there is anything close to a holy grail in trading, then finding such stocks will definitely qualify as one. However, finding such stocks is only one insignificant step in becoming a successful trader. The other two are money management and understanding the psychological pitfalls of trading. Along with trading methodology, I cover money management and psychology of trading in great detail in my trading program called STT, or Surf the Tide. If you believe anyone can trade, then contact me on the number given below. If you like what you saw and you want to be notified about our new videos, then please show your love by subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to visit www.themoneymojo.com for more on our training programs, podcasts and blogs.